Hello everyone, welcome to the final part, at least for a while, of my tier series of ranking every Mario Kart track, because we're on Mario Kart 8 now. Like I mentioned in previous videos, we will not be covering the DLC courses. If we do, then it'll be in well over a year's time, in 2024, when the DLC tracks are out, and I've given it enough time to not recency bias. I think recency bias will still take an effect, because Mario Kart 8 is, I think, Deluxe is the Mario Kart I played the most at the moment, obviously, and I think it's got the best core gameplay, which does help, obviously, we consider that. I'll try to be fair. I do think 8 has a very good track selection, obviously, even disregarding the DLC, because it's the biggest track selection, 48 tracks, which is very impressive. So we'll get started straight away, because we got a lot to cover. So first we got Mario Kart Stadium. Now this is basically Star Trek. One of the weaker Star Treks, honestly, in terms of recent memory. Well, I mean, because stuff like Toad Circuit I like more. Actually, no, this is one of the better ones now I think about, because there's also Luigi Circuit and from Wii and then DS and Figure 8 Circuit. So that's a good one, was like GameCube, besides Toad Circuit, which is good. So yeah, never mind, I take that back. But in terms of like competitive circuit tracks, like this is called Stadium. It's nowhere near the caliber of Waluigi or Wario Stadium. So don't let the name fool you. This is basically a Mario circuit. And it does a good job at showing off the anti-gravity, which is obviously a new feature, a really cool feature as well, mind you. So like go around, do some turns. You have the good old, which most circuits have at this point, where you do a turn, and there's like boost panels on the further side, which is cool. And there's also like off-road potential, or a shortcut. Also a big ramp you can trick off, which again all circuits basically have at this point. So yeah, it's standard stuff, but it still makes it decent because the layout's overall good and it has all that you'd want from a circuit track. I'm kind of just a circuit really. I'm just like the name's interesting because Mario Kart Stadium, obviously. Like that's pretty interesting. I was like, it's not actually necessarily Mario themed. It's just like a general thing. Like it's generic. It's a regular stadium. I guess kind of like what Figure 8 Circuit was going for, but way better. Then you get like this elevated section that's anti-gravity, which is really cool, and it ends with a glide ramp that takes you to the last bit, which again has like boost panels and also an off-road shortcut. That takes you to the end of the lap. It's solid. It is a perfectly solid track. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it's good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't know which Ghost Fire I had in front because I just moved him. Fuck. Two. I'm guessing 2 has a better layout. I think that is that my take. I don't fucking know. My opinions change all the time. This is this is already outdated. I don't know. It might be. This is why once I do this, I'm not gonna look hard at a list. So I think it's like a high. No, it's solid. It's solid. It is a solid tier track amongst like the circuit tracks, probably like above Cheap Beach, behind Yoshi Circuit. Let's go with that. For our first Mario track, a decent start. Then we got Water Park. I really like Water Park. Again, it does the well, it has water sections, of course, which is cool, and also anti-gravity. So it's the first trying to mix that. There's even a glide section at the end where it goes past this Ferris wheel, which is cool. Obviously, the theming's neat, like an amusement park that's underwater in parts at least. Like it's cool. It's cool. It's very unique. It doesn't feel like a Mushroom Cup track. Like it's got quite a lot going on. Like first you enter like this, I guess like a ticket booth building, I think, or something. That's like a first turn, and you go into a section. There's like a split path, like a bit of an elevated thing. Both end up with like a trick into the water, and that leads to an anti-gravity turn, which is really cool. It's like a long one, so you can get a lot of drifts in. And there's also like these, when you're like, because a lot of these anti-gravity sections have this, but it's the first time we see it, where you have like in the middle, there's like these spinner things that give you like a boost. I like them, and then yeah, ends with an underwater bit, which has some off-road potential. Yeah, you end with a glide around, good music. Yeah, it's just another good one. Another very solid one. Again, you're not going to expect many bad ones. Like again, with Mario Kart 7, we didn't even get like any Now we're below Meh, and even on Meh 2 only had 2, which are circuit remakes. So yeah, this is definitely solid. It's better. I've got Stadium, I think. We'll chuck it. Above Peach Gardens, behind Desert Hill. I think there's more going on than those. Fuck. But amongst these 3DS tracks, maybe actually like. Above Neo Bowser Sea? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a high solid. Sweet Sea Canyon, another solid track. And layout's pretty good. It starts with like a turn to like this tunnel section, which is neat, which ends with like a glide ramp thing, which is one of those ones that's it acts like a cannon that just shoots you to it. And outside, which ends in another big drift section, making it your purple turbos. Which is a cool thing that it looks like you can get purple turbos, which is a really neat thing. It's like the third level of boost, which I like. Then there's like a split path thing. I like the split path stuff. Both of them have like off-roads. They're basically mirroring each other, but I like when the 8 Deluxe tracks do the split path. I keep saying 8 Deluxe, but these are all in 8 anyway. But we'll count both the experiences. You know, I don't think whether you play 8 or 8 Deluxe it passes that much. And yeah, by the end, there's like this cool like sugar and like this off-road thing. The off-road is like this chocolate sauce with like these stringles. It's cool. The beaming's awesome. And you end like this trick to saying you do this palm area where you get to the next lap. So yeah, very solid. I like the theming and everything. It's about as good as a water park, really. I think I like the theme of Sweet Sea Canyon a bit more. So I'll probably chuck it up above water park. Yeah, it has like a bit of a they're like an underwater section, like the or like the water there. It's like fucking piss water, but it's supposed to be like sweets or whatever. I'm in the right track. Yeah, I am. Right. Yep. So I just like it. I think it's just a solid track. So yeah, it's about equal water park, like I said. Even though they're completely different on it. From Ruins. Now this is a great track. Lots of off-road potential. It's the first track to have like these side walls where you can just take a regular path and there's like these little obstacles, like these weird like gear things that like roll up the track. Those are cool, those are unique. Or you can go on the sides, just like or anything, and you end with like boost thing and you get the boxes as well there still. I like those. It's neat. It's a nice like little alternate pass. Then you go to the next bit, it's like the main part where you have these 2 different ways you can go. They're both the same. Or you can just go straight down into like this water bit, but that's not optimal at all. And it's basically just there for like this glider that shows up in the middle on like lap 3. Well, like in lap 2 at some point. If you're like front running, you won't see until lap 3. And there's like a thwomp in the middle that can get you. There's also thwomps on the side, which can be avoided by going on the side. Or you can be risky and just stick to the main path, you know. Or again, you can go into the water if you really want to. Again, there's just lots of variety, and you get to this turn. It takes you to the last section. There's more thwomps, obviously. And then there's even like this really challenging little like shortcut thing. And then a glide ramp at the end. So very cool. It's interesting to see like a thwomp themed track. It's very unique. I do enjoy it. It's a good layout. There's a lot of variety to it. I think it reaches a great tier. So yeah, just very good tracks overall in this game. I think it's like, I don't think it's too high in grade, but I think it's like above Dry Ruins probably. Yeah, pretty good. Next we got Mario Circuit. So the actual Mario Circuit. Yeah, they still never stop with the powerful arc of having a Mario Circuit for some reason. I like this one though. Again, it's like Mario Kart 7, but they have actually good ones. This one is like a really good showcase for anti-gravity. Again, Mario Kart Stadium was a good showcase as well. This one's even better. It's shaped like a figure eight. So again, I guess you could say this is figure eight, but better. Most of it's just an anti-gravity. There's a lot going on. There's some really good turns. Anti-gravity makes things a lot more exciting. It's just like a cool environment and whatnot. Good music. All the music in Mario Kart 8 are bangers. It's really good. Yeah, I just like it. I like all the turns. There's like a lot of ramps and some off-road stuff. Keeps you engaged. Piranha plants, obstacles, Goombas as well. The end bit has like a glider. It's cool. It's pretty simple but effective. And I love the simple but effective tracks. I think this one, again, we're looking at a solid tier. If it wasn't an anti-gravity, it would probably be in like a meh. But anti-gravity helps it a lot. And I probably enjoy it a bit more than Mario Kart Stadium. But yeah, again, the two are pretty equal. Like they achieve the same thing. Not that they're the same at all, but yeah, they do similar things. Next is Toad Harbor, fucking banging track. I love it. I love this so much. It's a high grade tier, I think, because it's so good. It starts with this turn, and you can like take this like ramp. There's also like a little off-road bit, or you can just go with a regular bridge. Or you can like jump onto like this ship and then you can go off, and then you got another split path where you can go on top of market stalls, or you can just go on a regular path, and there's even like a boost panel hidden at the back. There's just so much to do. And there's another split path right after that. And you're doing this over some great music, by the way, where you can do like this higher level to go one way, and then the other way is just some around. And then after that, there's another split path where you can do the thing where you go up the walls with the anti-gravity thing, which is always really fun. Or you can do this main thing, which is a big open space. There's even like these trams coming down, there's obstacles, lots of boost panels, stuff. There's also another different route to the left that leads to a boost panel. And also like some just off-road stuff, to mushroom through. And you can even go to like the right on the finish line, where the trams go. You can even like slide past there. There's no real point, but it's a thing you can do. So yeah, there's just a lot here, and it's a really good theme. I think it's one of the greatest tracks. I don't know what it's missing, but it's missing something to be in the best. But I think it's definitely one of the greatest. Where have I done? Where have I put this? Okay, there we are. I keep actually moving stuff because it's hard to scroll up because it's such a big list. I think it was Mushroom Bridge. You know what? Shy Guy Bizarre. Because, actually. No, I'll put over Mushroom Bridge. But yeah. Again, like Dolphin Square, I was odd. It's like obviously like a town and a marketplace feel, and they're always great tracks. Next is Twisted Mansion. Now, this one's had to grow on me. And it's paired with the fact that I realised Luigi Mansion isn't that great. Not as bad, but it's not like an all-time great track, honestly. Whereas Twisted Mansion is so much better. It actually focuses on the mansion a lot. You have like this cool like split path thing, has like anti-gravity and there's like ripples going through the ground, and there's these boos just flying through. Really cool visually. The music slapped. And yeah, there's also like this off-road thing where you can like go through these bookshelves. And like this is like a long turn. Not easy to do this. Only the water section, which admittedly isn't most exciting, but again, it's another split path. They love the split paths here. They basically just mirror each other again, but it's called after that variety. And then it leads to both lead to like a glide ramp thing that goes over like this weird like courtyard part of the mansion, which you'll usually glide over. There's like a fountain there and stuff, and there's like the goal is to get to like the top area, but there's also this bottom thing that goes up the stairway that both lead you to the exit part of the mansion, which leads to like this garden area with like these possessed statues that like of like knights that are like slamming their hammers down, so they get caught in those. And there's like a lot of off-road stuff there as well, which can lead some pretty crazy finishes, So yeah, really good track actually. I do enjoy it quite a lot. I think the water section is a bit unnecessary. I think they could just focus more on like a unique mansion feel, because while that is still part of the mansion, like it all feels connected to the mansion. Whereas the Luigi Mansion, you just go into like this swamp for like half the track. But yeah, I think the war bit takes a bit too long, and it's not like exciting because it's kind of just like this random sewer-ish area, Again, I feel like it does more with a mansion feel than Luigi's Mansion, but yeah, I get why that can leave more to be desired. But I think it does a much better job than Luigi's Mansion at being a mansion track. So yeah, it gets praise from me. Yeah, just very good. I'm gonna put it at the top of Sabia, the 3DS remake that we mentioned, which is pretty good. This is a great one, though. I think it goes. Where does it go? That's the question. By Front Ruins, do I like it more than Front Ruins? I don't think I do, so we'll stick it there. But yeah, great track. Next is Shy Guy Falls. Now this one's awesome. You got waterfalls that it suggests. Like actual waterfalls. It's not like Yoshi Falls situation. Like you have like anti-gravity and you just go up like these waterfalls. It's really cool. Got boost panels and stuff. And there's like even like these platforms for some good turns. I thought it's just like before you get to like the waterfalls itself, it's like just generally good track stuff with like some good turns. It's just overall good layout, great music. I love the theming, and then once you go down another waterfall, because you go up the first one and you go down the other, and it leads to a glide ramp and it takes you to the other section. You can go to this top area or this bottom area, and there's even like this off-road like grassy shortcut, which is kind of like a risk reward thing. Like it's quite difficult to do, quite a sharp turn, and it takes just like this slow like cavern bit where the finish line is. It's cool. It's very good. There's another one that had to grow on me. I don't think I appreciate a lot of the nitro tracks in this game initially. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I think it's another great one. Again, we're not the ones that like hit the mark for like being in the best tier just yet, but it's probably my favourite one so far. I'll chuck it above the Bowser Castles behind Toad's Factory. Yeah, I agree with that. Also, more Shy Guy tracks is always good. And now on the Star Cup, which is probably the best for the Nitro tracks. It's so good. Sunshine Airport, so a Sunshine theme track, that's awesome. It's just like a really cool airport thing, and like you have like the announcers like speaking like the weird like voices of like the people who live in like the Sunshine place, Delfino, fucking hell. Great commentary from me. Again, I still can't remember the names, but yeah, it's a neat touch. Lots of detail. The music's great. A good layout. Do a turn and then you go through like a plane bit. Because again, you're kind of on like the aircraft carrier bit, and yeah, there's like some like ramps you can go. You can also fall to the side of the plane, but you can like go through like this open hatch in it, which is cool. There's even like this off-road thing because it's like surrounded by water, but you can take a little jump on the side. I like that. And it takes you up this, that's just like this weird like platform that's just floating and it's anti-grav because reasons, why not? The runway at this airport is questionable, but yeah, at least it's good like turn for the anti-gravity and then a glider ramp. They love doing this when you have the anti-gravity and a glider ramp. I love it too, so I'm fine with them doing this a lot. Which takes this last bit that leads into the airport again. Another great one. I just absolutely love it. It's so fun. It's a great one. Again, it doesn't have enough, I don't feel like, to be in the best. But yeah, I do love it. It's a very good track. It's great to hear. Right behind Front Wheels, but above Twisted Mansion. Yeah, I'll go with that. Next is Dolphin Shells. And fuck yes, this track is great. The music's awesome. It's very unique in that like it's just like this kind of underwater theme music, and then once you get out the underwater section, like this saxophone just like starts fucking blaring. It is so Yeah, like it's like the only track to like have two different, two completely different themes at like different points of the track. It's so cool. So it deserves points for that. The theming is great, you know. And another underwater track, I've been very positive about the underwater stuff. With I got 7 inches in like underwater sections. There's like some ramps underwater, and there's like dolphins, you know. And you go for like dolphin hoops. It's cool. I think they give you coins as well. And you get like this underwater cave section. There's like a lot of different routes. You can like there's even like the pipes, which they did in Mario Kart 7, like blow bubbles, except they're on the ground, so you can actually trick off them, which is really cool. One section is like this higher bit of land. You're on like more of a regular path, and you just like jump over these things, and you just back to the land, and then you take this ramp, and it drops you on the Mario 64 eel from that one level. It's just chilling, and you can ride on the top of it, and you can like trick off the tail as like it wiggles side to side. It's really awesome, and it's like a speed boost that takes you out after that at the underwater cave, and that's when the music, the fucking saxophone jazz, is just busted out for no reason, and I fucking love it. And then, yeah, you just get some turns, you get this glide ramp bit that takes you back to the mainland. There's even like this off-road shortcut thing you can take right before the finish line. I love how they include like all these off-road shortcuts right before the finish line. It can make things really chaotic at the end. And yeah, this is one of the best. I think this deserves its spot in the best. Oh, what a good cup. The Star Cup in Mario Kart 8, one of the best cups of all time. It is praised for a good reason. I mean, the airport's obviously great, but these tracks are just like top tier. Like honestly, I fucking love it. I think it's somewhere in the best. I think it deserves that much. You know, it's kind of like music. It's kind of like a melody motorway, where you know when you think about it, it's like, hey, this does everything perfectly. It should be in the best. So, yeah, I'm going to chuck it in. I'm going to chuck it behind Music Park. But above Coconut Mall, is that controversial? It probably is. Actually, no, I'll knock it back. I'll knock it back, fellas. Don't worry. Actually, no, is it further? Actually, is it? Is it? I don't know. This deserves the best, but I don't know where it goes. Maybe I should just put. Yeah, I'll hold back. I'll hold back for now. It's above Baby Park, though. I think you're being worthy of being the best. You're going to go above Baby Park because Baby Park's very simple. Electrodome, straight to the best. It's another one with the awesome split paths. The theming's great. The music fucking slaps. Great layout, great turns. I like the glitter off-road. They're unique. Everything about this track's perfect. Again, it's one that does everything right. So it's going to go next to Dolphin Shores. I think Dolphin Shores has a bit more like variety, and what it does for Electrodrome's theme is more interesting. It's just so cool. It's just a rave, and there's lots of nice colours and shit. So you do some turns, get some good jumps. You get this split path bit. We need to do another glider thing and off-road stuff. Anti-gravity stuff as well, before the finish again. They like to do that, like before the finish. You obviously, like, you notice a pattern with these tracks where you have the glide ramp and then like the turns, the off-road bit. But it doesn't feel repetitive. It's just good track design, and it makes sense that you have a good climax like that. I like it a lot. So yeah, I think they deserve the best. They might be low best here. But yeah, really good. And Mount Wario is another free section track. And guess what? All the other free section tracks. I guess I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put this in the best. I wish there were more because we've only got this. And N64 Rainbow Road becomes a free section track. But I'll get to my thoughts on that. On that version of the track later on in this video. There's also Big Blue, which is another fan favorite. We'll get to that. Yeah, I wish there were more, but I'm glad we got a few. And Mount Wario definitely delivers. Again, another fantastic Wario track. I love it. I think it beats the Woohoo tracks, honestly. Because you start like in this plane, you come off, you do a trick, and then you land on the top of the mountain. You're just going down a mountain. It's really cool. Again, it's like from the Woohoo tracks 9 because of the free section stuff, because it's mountain related, which is really dope. You go down the mountain and there's this ice bit, and there's like some different paths. It can get a bit chaotic because the iron boxes you get straight away as well, which is really cool. And you go into this cave thing with a glider thing, and there's just lots of things like trick off as well, which uses like part of the track, which I don't even know what it's supposed to be, but it's fucking cool. We have some sharp turns. And it's like this boost panel thing while this ball is moving the panels around. It's kind of like that one section, Toad's Factory, which is really cool. And it's anti-gravity, and a lot of people don't realise that, but it's like sideways. And you come out the end, and you come out the side of it. I guess like a dam or something, I don't know. You go, but it sends you landing into this snow forest, which has so many trees. It's a lot of chaos. It's like, again, split paths, but there's also the middle path, which is like a shortcut. Which I usually go to even Mountain Mushroom, because Mario Kart 8 has this good strategy of just like hopping on off-road, and sometimes it can be more optimal than taking a regular route, even if you don't have a boost or anything. So take the glider, and it's cool. Like a lot of tricks that you have, but it's also like a challenging bit because there's lots of trees you just smash into. And then you go around at least to the final section, which again you're still going down the mountain. It's like a crowd now. There's a lot of parts of this where one is like this bumpy snow stuff, which you can trick off. So those sections are always fun in the games where you can like trick off the bumps. And then it goes back down to gravity as you go down this like thing, like a lot of boost panels that you can just keep going off one after the other. And it's called Glider Ramp. You're trying to get to like the sides to get the double boxes, and it looks, which I love how it looks as like a strategy with like the glide ramp stuff, where you're like, hey, I really want this one box. It makes things really intense. I love it. There's like these rings you boost where you go through the air as well. And on this last bit, there's again an off-road bit, a couple of off-road snow bits before the finish line, so you can possibly overtake a few people before reaching the very end. Very awesome. Another great little mountain journey. I love it. It definitely deserves to be in the best. Next is Cloud Top Cruise. I'm more a Sky Gardens guy, but specifically the 8 Deluxe remake. Which obviously not ranking, but yeah, it's a similar theme in the clouds with like the beanstalk shit as well, like the vines or whatever. But they also combine like airships and stuff. So it's not like a clone or anything. It's just a mesh of themes in a way. Because you start on like these cool turns. There's even like this one alternate like shortcut thing where you can like bounce off this thing. This balloon thing, I don't even know what it is, but yeah, and there's like a lot of tricks, there's some good turns, and then you land onto the ship and you like go one or two ways. It ends in a glide ramp that sends you through the clouds. It's really cool, and now you're in this one like anti-gravity section. Again, it's one of the ones where you have like a bunch of boosts, but they have like a little thing where like because all this is surrounded, like it's within a cloud. It's really cool, and like it shoots like little lightning strikes on like parts of the boost panels. So obviously you gotta make sure not to drive at one of the boost panels. I was about to get shocked. Adds a lot of strategy to this one section, and you get the glider ramp. It sends you back to the main part of the track. There's like this challenging little like leaf shortcut that you can jump on, and yeah, it takes you to the finish line. Very solid track. I definitely think I don't think it's one of the best, but I think it's deserving of being great tier. Again, there's really cool themes. I do enjoy what they do. So yeah, I think we're looking at I think it's with this little bundle of 8 tracks we got here. Above Sunshine Airport, Behind Font Ruins is what I'm going to go for with that. Next is Bone Dry Dunes. This is an unpopular track. But again, I support the desert tracks, regardless of the popularity. And this one, again, had to grow on me. but I really like it. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of split paths. One is like this anti-gravity section. There's like a lot of like obstacles that's like quite challenging, some hard turns, especially on 200cc. There's the piranha plant obstacles, which like we like the piranha plant obstacles in this game because they like kind of just like chomp on down if you get like in their proximity, and it's cool. But they're like skeletons of the plant, which is funny. Also like, and even on like end session, it's like dry bones just walking around that can get in your way. I can get people being salty about there was no dry bones or even dry Bowser at the time of this track being released. Because even dry Bowser theme, because like the final section where you go in this cave bit, which is really cool, acts like a glide ramp on the split sections. There's even like this sand guys that shows up. You can actually trick off it to get a good enough boost to get you on like this platform at the top. It's not really a different route, but you can do it to get item boxes, and that's cool. And you land on the regular thing. There's a lot of off-road potential right before the finish line again. But there's like some bones on the ground that get in the way, so you gotta be careful doing the shortcuts. Again, it's like a nice challenge to it. And then there's dry bones walking around. You go for like dry Bowser's mouth shaped, the skull in the entrance to the cavern, which is the last section, and the finish line. And also like one of the first things is like this off-road ramp you can do as well. So there's a lot of stuff. Some really cool turns. It's a very engaging track. So yeah, that's my hot take. I like this track. I don't think there's a bad 8 track, you know. I guess I don't know why people are critical of it. I don't really get it. Like I guess because it's just like I guess people just see desert tracks as boring, like inherently. It's kind of dumb. And there's Kaiamori Desert, which again I don't really get because it's just the trains. I get it now, but the trains weren't actually a major part before. So yeah, it's interesting. I think it actually exceeds solid tier. It reaches great tier, I think. The bottom of great tier probably, but yeah, great tier nonetheless. Again, it's like Twisted Mansion and Chromie. I'd probably say Twisted Mansion and the 3 in front of it. Oh, and Shy Guy Falls definitely. That's great. Yeah, that is great tier. Right. Next is Bowser's Castle. This Bowser's Castle, it's good to race on it. It's not it's one of the less exciting ones. Like this and the Rainbow Road in this game, they're still good, but it feels more so just because of how like obviously modern the games are, so the tracks obviously hold up. Whereas compared to say we had like a retro 3D Bowser Castle in this, it would probably be better. This just feels like an upgraded version of the Wii one. Obviously there's differences, like the end bit has a glide ramp, again, with some off-road stuff, again, not complaining about this stuff. I really like when the tracks do this. But yeah, it takes you out to this little area, which is cool, and it's like a split path, kind of, with like a higher bit and a lower bit. If you go to the top, you get like this good boost. You can try and take over some people for the finish line and whatnot. Obviously it starts with going through Bowser's mouth. It's cool with like these laser tripwire things, which are cool. And then you get like a sharp turn straight away. And then there's like a lot of stuff. You get some jumps. Each one is like some obstacle. One's got like these spinning ball and chains, I think. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the main bit is this split path with this big Bowser statue that like punches the ground and it causes shake. Obviously you gotta try and not get in the way of it. I think it's an anti-gravity as well at this point, which leads you to the fire section. But besides that, it's not much. I pretty much covered everything there. And the Bowser statue isn't an original idea. So while this is perfectly solid, it's not that interesting. I think they could have done more. And also the lack of any of a Bowser Castle in this game is odd. Like the DLC, I'm guessing will at least get a GBA one. But usually we've been kind of accustomed to like just getting like a retro Bowser Castle anyway. You know, and it's especially baffling because we got SNES Rainbow Road returning in a Wii U DLC instead of Bowser's Castle, which would have made it 2 and 2. But clearly they care about Rainbow Road more, which I feel like ideally you should try and balance that amount out. But yeah, that's kind of got out the window in this game, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is still a solid Bowser Castle. Do not get me wrong. It just doesn't excite me that much. It beats all these easily. And yeah. But yeah, I don't think it goes that high. I think that's the lowest one we've done, actually. That's odd to say, but yeah, it's actually one of the weaker nitros, which is unfortunate. Basically, we just got so many Bowser Castles hard to top, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not bad, but yep, that's important. Yeah, so that's our 5th sidetrack, and the Rainbow Road. I don't know. This is either high solid or a low grade tier, because there's a lot to actually like with this. I like the space station time. That adds some uniqueness to this version of a Rainbow Road, because it makes it actually stand out more. Sharp turns, like you'd expect from a Rainbow Road, but the track is wide enough so it's not annoying. There's even like a glide around. It takes you to the space section, which has like these conveyor belts. Very cool. That's another glide section, which takes you back to Rainbow Road. I like that. I really like that. And this last section is actually really good, because you've got like a split path. And you can actually just like, if you have like a mushroom, or if you're just at really high speed in 200cc, which by the way, this in 200cc is fucking nuts. I love it. So yeah, the 200cc definitely makes this more fun. The existence of that helps. But in general, like I'm pretty sure on 150cc, you can just do this where if you get a mushroom, you can just yeet yourself off the edge, and like there's a lower level that you can land on, and then there's another lower level. Normally you just have like some turns on the edge. But yeah, it's really cool. It's actually easy to do, which is really nice. And at the end, there's a turn. There's actually like these boost paths at the back. We like circuit tracks usually do, which is funny. It's kind of like a bit of the base station. I like the finish line bit. So yeah, now I've run it down, it's not that bad. And maybe it's just because Mario Kart 7 was so good. Like, this is definitely not Mario Kart 7 as good as that. But it's probably my favorite to try one. It's better than the remakes in this one. I think I like SNES Railroad just to try on it more, but this one is the most good on for it. All the 3 railroads in the base game. So yeah, it's very solid. And again, it's a lot to love about like the crazy shortcuts. It adds some stuff again, along with the space station theme, which helps give this railroad its own identity. Like we covered others like DS and Wii, which don't really have their own identity, unfortunately. But this one does, and that's good. I think we'll be looking at this one more fondly in the future. So yeah, I think it's like no, I think it should be a great one. You know what? Bone Dry Dreams, I think I can move you up front. No, actually, no, never mind. Go at the bottom, but you can go behind GameCube's Rainbow Road, I think. You know what? I think so. It's weird because I think GameCube Rainbow Road has like a lot of potential for remade. Like if it was in this game instead of like N64 Rainbow Road, I'd probably like the GameCube one more. But yeah, just because how modernized 8 is, I like all the shortcut stuff and whatnot, I'm gonna put this Rainbow Road above it. So yeah, I'll go with that. Next is Moo Meadows, and as I mentioned, like Moo Meadows is an upgrade to Moo Farm, but still not exciting. This version does a bit though. You got like glider ramps and stuff, off-road stuff. Like the same with like the off-road and whatnot. So it definitely already beats this version, but it doesn't actually change too much. Like it's still probably a meh track, but it's so solid to race on that. I don't know. I don't know if we move it to a low solid. Not sure. Because I'll keep it here for now, but I'll see like what others I consider for like below tiers, because really I do enjoy racing on A-Track and Mario Kart 8, but I don't know if that's just because the core gameplay is so good, or if the track. Although the core gameplay will still help regardless. That's still a factor that I can't ignore. GA Mario Circuit, they gave this track a huge glow up. It's insane. Therefore, it's just like this random like forest area, piece of gas in the background. But yeah, like you saw with this pit stop area, which is where the other route is, and you can get like an iron box, like a double box. I think you get a double box. So that's cool. There's a purpose for the other route. before the finish line. And there's also like there's a lot of off-road stuff. There's like tires and stuff. Like they added an actual theme to this, and the underground of it, there's just a part of the track that's just raised by those like Nintendo toys and like push shit up. That's a neat touch, and it's a really good anti-gravity section, and adds a lot of charm to that. Because if it wasn't for that, then that would probably be a boring section. But yeah, it makes things very good. And then you obviously after that turn, you go back to normal after a big jump, and yeah, have another turn, another couple of turns. There's an off-road bit with like a glide ramp, which I really like. There's some like oil spills as obstacles. There's another off-road bit, and just generally good turns. You know, they did a good job making me care about its layout. It's definitely no longer in the worst tracks. It's a really good remake, and I think it goes to solid. I really do. So that's definitely like a big improvement for this. Like, if I put like, yeah, I think it's. I probably enjoy more than each actual like just new Mario 6. We'll just put it in front of that. Why not? Next is Cheap Cheap Beach. I love the DS Cheap Cheap Beach. You know, it's pretty good. But yeah, there's definitely room for improvement, and it's fun. Nails it. So you can go underwater now on the sides, which makes sense. But there's also like off-road stuff, you know. So you can still like use like the north, like the shortcuts and whatnot. There's like ramps now as well. Like you can obviously trick off them. And there's like double boxes if you avoid the ramps. So that's added a bit of strategy, which I like. And yeah, like pretty much besides that, it's the same. I mean, the jungle section, well, the forest section, I don't know. I don't think it's a jungle, but that last bit, there's now like an off-road thing before the end, which is good, and there's some added ramps. So yeah, just overall a good improvement. Doesn't change much. Not much need to be changed. It was just changes that made sure that it was suitable for a modern Mario Kart. And for that, I appreciate it. I think, I don't know where I put the, yeah, here it is. It's definitely a lot higher than this. I think it's better than all the circuits here. It beats. I think we're looking at like, above these, above Desert Hills. Behind Yoshi Valley, I think it goes there. Happy with that. Yeah, it's very good. This is Toad Story. This is the first track I picked. I don't know why when I got the game. No, I knew anything about Toad Story beforehand. This fixes all of Toad's Turnpike's problems. Again, I like all the cars. They add some really cool stuff for the cars. Like one is like a trailer that is a glide ramp. It just shows up whenever, and that's really cool. There's also one with like a surfboard on the back that you can trick off of, which is so cool. And this one does a lot of the side things with like the anti-gravity, like side ramps, which are very fun. It adds a lot of variety. Avoiding all the cars, obviously engaging. The layout is pretty much just a figure eight, you know, but yeah, with all the cars and stuff going on, makes things exciting. And obviously, it does not track out like the N64 one, which I did enjoy, but it dragging out kept me from putting it in solid. This one certainly reaches solid tier though. Like probably it's a high solid, I think. You know, so I think it goes like it's above the N64 tracks, like the actual ones we got here. So I think I'll put it. You know what, let's put it next to Cheap Beach, because I think it is about as good as. No, I think I like Cheap Beach a bit more. But yeah, beats Desert Hills, definitely. Next is Dry Desert, and pretty much the same, except, you know, off-road, more stuff going on. And like the last section, instead of being like just this boring random desert bit, it becomes an oasis, which is cool, and it's like even like these blowholes to trick off of, and also for potential, there's obviously like lots of stuff you can trick off of, lots of ramps and whatnot. Yeah, this is just a solid improvement, and it goes from being a boring other track to, it's still not like the most exciting thematically, but it's really good to drive on. One of my go-to GameCube tracks to bring back, but yeah, I'm happy to have it. It's a solid desert rep. And see, we got the original at the top of there. This reach is solid, definitely. So I think it goes above. Yeah, above Wii's GBA Shy Guy Peach. Yeah, I think I like Peach more on it. Like, it's still not one I'm crazy about. I like the off-road stuff, actually. But yeah. Actually, maybe that's too... Yeah, we got all the circuits, but I like all the circuits. Yeah, the Solitaire is kind of a mess. Because I just put all the circuits actually in the middle. So it goes above that. It goes above... Because I'm already Desert before, like, 8 Deluxe version with, like, the train. Where you actually, like, go on the tracks more. That's pretty boring. I think it beats that. But yeah, I'll keep Peach Gardens in front of it. Donut Plains free. Which is a surprise to see. It's a welcome surprise though, because yeah, the layout's always good. I've always been saying it. They even like make like a parts of the track wet, so it's like slippery and it's like very slick to race on. Lots of off-road stuff. You can obviously go in the water now, which is really cool, and there's like some good cuts you can do. Just a lot of like good stuff, it's a good layout. And you can like, there's these Monty modes I've been added, and you can like trick off like the dirt trails they leave. It's a really solid remake. And well, again, Donut Plains still has an exciting theme. This is definitely one of the most fun SNES tracks. Actually, I say the most fun SNES track. Even more fun than the SNES Rainbow Road remakes we've gone for the 3DS and obviously Mario Kart 8. So yeah, I'll chuck it above Rainbow Road. Yeah, I think it deserves that. Next is Royal Raceway, and this is so much better than the original. Outside of not being able to go to Peach's Castle anymore, but that doesn't actually matter now, does it? Because that was just like an off-road Easter egg. Yeah, this is so good. It's a really good layout, and now you can properly enjoy it now. There's like lots of stuff going on. There's actually interesting for a Raceway track now. So I'm glad to have this of all the Raceway tracks. It's probably the most interesting layout-wise. They even do like this elevated land bit. There's even like an off-road shortcut now with a trick. You could do lots of off-road potential as well, especially at the end where you can there's like just this massive chunk of land. You can literally just cut through it all, which makes for some really good endings. There's a lot of good turns regardless as well. And it's still not just like a regular track, because they even turn, like, they even have like this one like bit of elevated land that leads to a glider that goes for like some balloons, and you land back on the main thing, and that leads to the last half, which has like a lot of good turns and good shortcuts. So yeah, really good track. I think it goes a solid, definitely. I will try that Desert, yeah. Behind Peach Gardens. That works for me. Now we got DK Jungle. This is exactly like the 3DS one, which is great. It's a great thing. One difference though is the temple track is now sanded as an excuse for anti-gravity, which is cool. That makes the temple section even cooler, which is great. So it's just a slight improvement. I'm just going to put it one in front of that, which makes sense. There's no real point to change this one up. So yeah, where is I put it in the great tier, right? I put it at the top. Yeah, the very top. There we are. Happy with that. Next is Wario Stadium. Again, I'd say I like the DS one, but it brings the potential of being in a game that you can trick off of. And this one does it. And it even turns one section to like an anti-gravity section for no reason. That's really cool. I really like it. It's a lot more exciting. And more memorable that way. But yeah, because like it has like a bunch of like jumps and stuff. Like the fact you can trick off stuff now makes it a lot more engaging and exciting. There's lots of off-road potential. It's just really good, I put in a high meh tier before, I think, with Mario Stadium. Actually, it might have been solid. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I agree with being in meh. Solid makes a lot more sense. Unless I'm tripping and I missed it. No. I'm right. Yeah, because this one reaches great tier, I think. It goes up a tier. Yeah, it's a high side. Thought so. Yeah, this one, right tier. I'm probably going to say it's above the Waluigi Stadiums. I think this version finally beats it. Assuming Waluigi Stadium's in the Big Plus Pass, that'll probably then beat Wario Stadium. Because I think Waluigi Stadium inherently is more interesting track, but the 8th version of Wario Stadium does so much for it that it just ends up beating Waluigi Stadium. Next is Sherbet Land. I know they made it so good. It was already good before, but like you can go. They do the Rosie and Ice World thing where you can like go into underwater stuff. So it's like a whole different area there, which even has like an anti-gravity thing in the first one. And there's another one on like the second part with like a lot of ramps to trick off. All leads to the final bit. The ice physics are just very nice in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They were nice in Double Dash as well. I know people complain on, but I think that game is just slick in general, so it just worked. Yeah, it's only more smooth here. Over the tunnel, it's the same. Lots of off-road potential after the tunnel with all the snow. There's a glide ramp for a shortcut thing, which is really cool. And, you know, obviously there's like this nice little bit to trek off before the finish line. Very good remake. It doesn't actually change much, but how it does actually adds like whole new underwater sections and a glide ramp. You know, it's basically like how Mario Kart 7 would handle the tracks. Like I said, I love the Mario Kart 7 way of handling things. So yeah, it's another great one. Like I said, we got the original here. This one reaches great tier, I think, and I think it goes quite high actually. Actually, not that high. But Dry Dive Ruins. Actually, no, because I'm gonna like these more. I think it goes. I think it Cheap Lagoon. Yeah, because like I think it's actually a low grade here, but it does enough for Sherbet Land to get to great tier. I really enjoy it. I think there's enough going on to justify putting above that. Koopa Troopa Beach. It's just generally solid, but yeah, probably has more going on now. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Music Park, it's the same as the original, which is great. aka Mighty Motorway, which is a better name than Music Park. Just saying. So yeah, it's going to the best for the exact same reasons I put Music Park in the best Mario Kart 7 video. It's just great. So that was an easy one. Now I got Yoshi Valley, and this is a really good remake. I like all the different paths now, you know, they're actually cool. You know, there's like only like one optimal one, which is you either go the Bridgeway or the Safeway, which is still good, but you're still going the same route. But otherwise, there's still like strategy to it. Like if you want to hold back a bit and like maybe collect some items, you know, like that sort of strategy actually works in Mario Kart 8. So that's cool. It's actually a purpose. I personally don't do it, but yeah, it's a good layout. Yeah, it's very unique of all different pathways. I feel there's actually a point to it now. Near turn is like this nice new little Yoshi egg spinning around. It makes for a good obstacle. And then you have like a lot of off-road sections for the final bit with like a ramp and shit, which is really good. Again, it's still like a simple track, but a different paths make it feel like there's more going on, which is a good way of doing it. So it definitely beats this. Like I definitely think it reaches solid tier here. Just got to drive on, so I don't know where it goes per se. I think it's above Toadstool, right behind GP Beach. Yeah. TikTok Clock. Now I was critical of the DS version, but yeah, this one definitely realizes there's potential a lot more. There's a lot more going on. You can actually use the carts for like a crazy shortcut. That's very hard to do. There's like boost panels now. Obviously, the graphic improvement actually makes the aesthetic appealing for once. There's now the pendulum's actually more an obstacle. The track system, you can even get like a glider, say a glider ramp, like switches from like one ramp to the other, so you can sometimes miss it. Obviously, your goal is to get, and like, even on top of like the clockwork stuff, you can get like coins while gliding, which is cool. And yeah, you can trick off the size of the gears as well, which is good. And there's another there's like another clock, but you can like do a shortcut through it. Again, very difficult. And then they kept the gear thing, which you can now trick off of as well. Then up. So yeah, this does a lot for this. And I now think it's a solid track. No longer bad. It's a big upgrade. And I do enjoy it. So yeah. TikTok clock. I think, yeah, it's like a medium edge. It's huge. I'll put it behind it, above the original gold mine. A high solid. Next piranha plant slide, pretty much identical to the original, besides obviously graphic update, which is good. But it means I don't really have anything to add that I haven't said before about it. And yeah, where did I move this? Where does this come from? I don't know. Well, I put it above I put it above the classics actually, with a 2D pass castle. I keep fucking up when I move stuff up. I keep thinking on the list. I definitely moved something accidentally once, but yeah, we'll go over the list at the end. Obviously, again, like the specific order probably isn't accurate to my, but yeah, it's accurate enough. I need to agree with it. Groma Volcano. Again, I wasn't a huge Groma Volcano fan. Like I liked the theme idea. I just don't think it plays well in Wii. But it plays well here, and it's even like a glider ramp and stuff. So they added some stuff, but it's still like faithful to the original, but it just plays better on 8 Deluxe. It just benefits from being in the style of game that 8 Deluxe is. So yeah, again, because I can't really add anything, I just think it's better to drive on it. It's like, it's not annoying now, it's like the right blend of difficult. It's like a split pass and whatnot. It makes for a solid track, you know. Next to TikTok, actually, we'll chuck it above. Why not? Yeah, happy with that. N64 Rainbow Road. Now, here we are. Oh, this is one that I want to like because it's one of the most gorgeous Mario Kart tracks. And the music's great. It's literally on the cover of the game, which for 8 Deluxe, which makes sense because it's a really good looking track. I like the golden rims. And it's a 3-section one, so you think, oh, Frosted must love this track, right? Here's the thing. It's just a Rainbow Road. I like the train that like throws coins. Doesn't really do much, but yeah, that's cool. Again, just lots of aesthetics are good. But the road itself is just another Rainbow Road. But it doesn't have an interesting layout like SNES Rainbow Road, where a remake of it can just like make it fun to at least drive on. Like this one just has like a few turns. You get like a straightaway with the farms that also cause like the ripple in the road, which is fine. Again, like the SNES one, like I'll take it. Like them doing that for the Rainbow Roads makes sense, like the old ones. Yeah, you get another turn. You do another turn. Like these ones aren't that exciting because they're not like sharp turns or anything. Not that I want like a hard turns. Like I said, I've critiqued Rainbow Roads before for having ridiculously hard turns, but you know, like it's like Mario Kart 8 where like the layout's actually exciting. And like a lot of shit to do. Whereas this is just very generic. Only one way to go, you know, like the old Rainbow Roads. So it doesn't have like the same charm or like challenge as like SNES Rainbow Road. I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, it's just boring. Because the track is so long, they turn it to one lap. But they turn to, well, it's 3 sections, also it's just one lap because it takes you back to the starter course. Yeah, it treats a 3-section one. Yeah, it's just not much going on. There really ain't. It's just the road. It's called a road. It's called a Rainbow Road. Again, I think this is like the lamest Rainbow Road idea because I think like at least like SNES has like a good layout. GBA is just cooler. I think they should have just done GBA instead. Or obviously any other Rainbow Road, really. It's just not a good. It's just not a good track, really. And like, they definitely try with this, like, it ends with like a cool glider section, but it just feels empty. You know, it's really cool. I just don't care about racing on it. It's very quick. It's too quick, which for me was like kind of bored by it. Like I'm not really complaining, but yeah, that just feels like poor design. I don't know. I feel they shouldn't have made it like so faithful to the original layout. They should, like, to justify the free section thing, because they could have just made it 2 laps. Right now it would have been like regular length if they just chopped a lap off, like what Wario Coliseum and Double Dash did. But they don't. I feel like before like the glider at the end, they should have just added some like crazy section, you know, where with like something to do where like have like the train show up and like you can like ride on it or something. I don't know how you do that, but just something more than just here's a path, here's a like long turn, go down the path, here's another long turn, go down the path, here's another long turn. Oh look, next lap, go down the turn, and yeah, you just do that over and over, and there's like occasional fromp. Well, no, it's not fromps. It's like these like chain chomp balls, which like bounce on the floor because of ripple, which is a nice little change. But yeah, again, it's just aesthetically. The track itself is just meh. It's not bad by any means, but yeah, it's one of these tracks which is funny because the one that's marketed the most. It's probably my least favorite track in the game. When you think about it, so this is a lot of a meh. Along with Moo Meadows, which I think might even be. I don't know. Because I don't have problems with Moo Meadows. It's just not. It doesn't excite me. This one is like the one I have one Mario Kart 8 track that I actually have massive issues with. You know, it beats the Raceways. It beats the SNES tracks, like the actual ones. It's the boat or something that doesn't drag out. It's behind Moo Meadows. All the thing about it, but again, it's like some of the reasons why I don't care for DS Railroad. You know, actually, it's better than DS Railroad, right? Like, I think if they remade DS Railroad, I actually like it, but yeah, in terms of playing on it, it's probably better. Yeah, sorry, Moo. Sorry. You know what? We can move to solid, right? Like, where should it go? You know, that's the question. Like, behind Mario Kart Stadium, yeah, fuck it. It's earned that. Moo's earned that. Actually, has it? I think I like DK Mansion more. No, I don't think it's earned that. No. Where does this go? Because I don't think it's meh. I don't think like it specifically should be singled out as meh. I don't know where it goes. We need to discuss Moo Meadows. Do I like chuck it behind 3D ones? I don't fucking know where it goes. Also, yeah, I'd probably rather race on this than like any of the 2D ones, but still, I think there's more interesting stuff with these. You know, whereas this World of Modernness definitely means I'd rather race on this. It's just not enough. I think it's a fundamentally bad Rainbow layout design, and they should have just done something to make it interesting. So yeah, next is Yoshi Circuit, and yeah, this is same as DS and Double Dash, except shortcut's gone. It's only the best version to race on now. It's very good. I like all the shortcuts. You do the piranha plants are cool as well, because either look eight piranha plants are just good. It's just fun. Actual obstacles, like genuine. So yeah, well, first the best Yoshi Circuit. Can't really add anything to it. Now, Excitebike Arena. This is a very mixed one. For like a lot of people like it because like the ramp stuff changes over time. Like each time. Well, there's like 3 different versions of it. Of like the bike layouts, which is cool. I think it's a really neat idea. But yeah, it's an oval, and again, I don't really care if like the track's an oval or whatnot. But I get the criticism that, hey, you're just tricking off of, like, you're just spamming like the trick button, and then there's like an occasional mud thing to avoid. I like mud pulls though, because you can actually jump over them. They're cool. and there's like the speed boost sometimes. The layout, changing, I hardly ever notice it, and it doesn't really matter anyway, because the overall layout's still the same. It's just the ramps are different, which again doesn't really matter because everyone's doing the ramps, doing the tricks. So yeah, it's a good idea, but yeah, the execution probably isn't the strongest, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. But yeah, I think they should have made it a bit short, like before the next turn. Like it probably does drag out a bit for like how pretty simple it actually is. It's bigger baby park with tricks. Like that's what we'll say is. I think that's a bit of a simplification of it. But I get it, and I do feel this like the same way a bit about this track. But yeah, I don't hate it. It's just an interesting one, I think it's a high meh at least, if we talk about it, like. Because I don't know. If we got NC's for Rainbow and Moon Meadows here, I guess it probably should join him. I'm not sure though. I got more than Luigi Raceway, which again has like a similar problem of like it's just straightaways, which is unfortunate. Because the thing is like the ramps actually like keep the straightaways engaging, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I'll come back to this meh section with like the tracks. Dragon Driftway. Now this is a cool one. The theming's awesome. Yeah, you ride on a dragon and you're in anti-gravity for a lot of it. It's very cool, very creative. A lot of off-road stuff. I like the Chinese like beaming with the dragon and stuff. It's very cool. The music's good. The overall layout like is good because it's like a curled up dragon, so there's lots of curves. And yeah, it's just very good. It's just a very cool idea, very unique, very interesting. It does everything right. Back to these good nitros. And yeah, I just like it. God, we've been talking for a while. I just realized the time. 1 hour, 7 minutes. This video's gone. Thank you for watching this series, everyone. It's been a fun one. I'm kind of finding it. Like I'm sure I won't ever like fully agree with this. I can't like properly organize it in a way that you like 100% agree, because I'll probably be like, hey, this specific track should probably go above this specific track. But yeah, I think I've been good with the tiers here. I feel that fall into this. It's like speaking aloud lets me actually do my rankings properly. Lets me properly think about what I'm gonna do. So Dragon Driftway. The tricks and stuff. I think it's above Shy Guy Falls. And now I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know if I like it more than Toad's Factory. So yeah, I'll just stick it there. It's a very good DLC track. Mute Save, one of the F-Zero tracks. I rank Big Blue on that because it's like a woohoo thing where, we're on different series that like fits America, and there's a lot to these tracks. And I do like them. I think Big Blue is quite overrated. I know it's like a one section, like it's a section tracks, not so it's a one lap. I like it. I just don't think the sections are done as well as the others. But I don't know. Mute C, again, similar theming, like their theming, both their theming equally good. I like how like fast you go, like all the speed ramp stuff and like the weird panel things that like fuel your coins make you faster. It's a very cool, unique idea. I don't think we need both of these tracks though, honestly. Even though like layout wise they're completely different and whatnot. But yeah, it's a interesting one. But there's something about it I'm not like too crazy about. It's like compared to other people. Like I'm only pointing like this stuff out now because I think they're like fan favorite tracks and I don't really get it. Kind of like I don't get Luigi actually, but I still enjoy the track. And Waluigi Pinball to some extent. Well, I do get why Waluigi Pinball is a fan favorite actually. It's Waluigi Pinball, come on. yeah, music, I like the shortcut stuff, like the off-road stuff. Most of these are in anti-gravity, which is perfect for these tracks. I know Big Blue has like some really cool skips you can do, which are quite our skills. So yeah, I get the appeal. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy people think they're probably gonna go near each other. I I probably like Big Blue more because one section tracks are just cooler, more unique. Music has like its own cool things. Like I think it has better shortcuts. It's kind of like the ones where you literally like just yeet yourself off the track. Like Big Blue has the cool thing where like you have like the water running down. You have like lots of sharp turns, like different paths. Even has like a conveyor belt, like boost panel thing. It has everything. It has everything you do with anti-gravity going on for your track. So yeah, I think these are in the great tier. Definitely. Like I think objectively they need to be acknowledged as such. So yeah, let's see where they go. Compare to others. Big Blue, it probably beats all these at least. Beats probably soon. Does it beat Daisy Cruiser? It beats the GameCube version of Daisy Cruiser. Beats Dragon Driftway. Beats Big Blue. No, beats Toad's Factory. Big Blue doesn't beat Big Blue. Mute C probably goes. I'd probably stick it behind Shy Guy. And you know, because I like these battles Castle. I think Minecraft 7 Battles Castle beats it a bit, but I think it's better than the other Battles Castle I put here. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll go with that. Big Blue. Meanwhile, it's probably. Can't think. My brain can't think. I'm going to keep it there. Again, I don't think it's one of the best, like the 3 section tracks. I don't know why. I don't think I know. Maybe I just need more. I mean, it's one that I still need to warm up to, like Twisted Match News. Not that I think it's bad by any means, but to like properly realise it's one of the best ones, like the other 3 section tracks, I think I just need time, and I'll probably realise it. But yeah, for now, I'm not confident putting it above like a mid-grade tier. Yeah, it's still good. Now, Warriors Gold Mine, it definitely beats the original. It's in anti-gravity for like the minecart section, so the minecarts actually give you like little boosts instead of obstacles, which is a cool little change. I know some people like the obstacles more, but it's kind of like how I appreciate Cooper Cape for going underwater. Like, regardless if you like one version more than the other, I do appreciate why they did the change, because it matches like the new concepts in this new game. So it's cool. I'm glad to have it. It's a very good pick for a Wii retro track. And they did a good job of it. They got like the shortcut and stuff. They even added these little like ramps on the side that you can like trick over, like skip little corners of the track. It's cool. There's no hammer half fights, but yeah, they were never that good in the original Warriors Gold Mine. And everything else about the same, so it definitely beats Sissig. It goes from solid to being a great tier track. I think it's Warriors Guy. I think I like Warriors Guy a bit more than it, but I think it beats Piranha Plant Slide. You know, Warrior tracks are just great, aren't they? It's SNES Railroad. It's the same as what 7 did, but it looks really nice. So yeah, well, where have I put it in? I'm guessing solid. We'll just stick it next to, because they're fun one to race on, like I said. That's kind of peak this track, you know, you can't really do any better. It's an odd one, like I said, to include this when it's the same as MK7. So I know it's MK7's most recent one. But it's not a bad inclusion at all. I'm happy to have it. Especially now we got a DLC, so no track feels like a wasted slot in this game, really, which helps. I skipped solid, yeah. I'm very smart. Me smart. Yeah, there we are. Fine Donut Plains, which Makes sense. What have I done? Okay, there we are. We fixed it. I somehow moved the solid to. Where, what? Okay, there we are. I felt like all the tracks disappeared then. I just found Outpost. This is another one that's weird, and I probably need time to grow on for it to grow on me. It's like one with like constantly like split paths, but the split paths don't really work as well as the others. I guess because they're constantly connected, so I don't really see the point. But it adds some variety to the track, and there's like some really cool like challenging shortcuts for like the eyes. Like the track gives it some uniqueness and makes it stand out as a nice track. But yeah, I don't know. I like the shortcuts and whatnot. Even like an anti-gravity bit, and it ends with like a glider, like the classic one. So there's even another very difficult shortcut. Like they have some really cool, difficult shortcuts to do. Stuff. So that's why I like the regular ones, but there's something about it I don't know. But yeah, when I think about it, I'm like, hey, all this stuff is actually good. I just don't know why I don't like dislike it. There's no track in this game I dislike, but there's something off with it, and I couldn't tell you why I feel that way. So I'm gonna try and put that aside because I still think it deserves like high solid. It's kind of like my Force and Cooper C. Actually, I'll put it above Cooper C. Actually, yeah, because as I saw, there's like similar things like War Park and like the other 8 nitros as well. I like them. But speaking of Cooper C, okay, the Valley, we'll just do it now. Actually, it's graphically a bit better than the other one. I have like an anti-gravity bit, so it doesn't really do much to improve 7's version, but yeah, and it's like a really tricky shortcut thing, which kind of can be annoying sometimes. I like the surfiness of the track. I like the new off-road bits and like the and so they did change quite a bit with this one. I just don't think it really changes placements, but it does obviously go above the original Cooper C. Yeah, again, like South House is something that like inherently is stuff I like, but for some reason it doesn't really click with me racing on it. So it makes sense that I put them next to each other. Now is Hyrule Circuit, and I will give it credit. It doesn't really feel like a circuit track. You know, my brain hadn't even processed it. It's literally got circuit in the name until like very recently. But I don't really like it. I don't like the whole like Zelda kind of with this. It's kind of cool, like, but it doesn't really fit. Like this and like Link as a character doesn't really fit. You know, I like Zelda's universe and whatnot. I like how you go for you do a glider and it takes you to the castle, and like you like all 3 turns it opens like this hidden shortcut ramp. That's really cool. Nice anti-gravity for that section. And after there's like off-road bits. It's one of the better circuits. For sure, but yeah. You do some turns. Royal plants have been like reskinned. I don't know what creature that's supposed to be really, and the coins have become like emeralds, which is neat. So yeah, I can appreciate the crossover stuff from the Wii U DLC, but yeah, there's something off. It's sweet. I'm not really a crossover guy, but on its own, it's still decent, especially for a circuit track, you know. Enjoying these one. It's a part of this massive row of just circuit tracks, I think. I think the Mario Circuit doesn't beat it, but it beats Mario Kart Stadium. Sure. It's kind of hard to rank like if you're a good circuit track, you're going somewhere in the solid tier, you know. I can't really put you higher. Now Baby Park, it's hasn't butchered the whole beaming like the DoorDash one. DoorDash's items work best for Baby Park, but this one's still good. It's in anti-gravity and the things sound a bit. Graphically, it's awesome. Like there's a lot of background detail and stuff, which is cool. But I think the main thing, like paired with anti-gravity, that makes me like it the most out of the 3 Baby Parks is that they got rid of some of the walls for like the little like grass flower bed thing in the middle. So now if you have a mushroom, you can like shortcut through it, and that's really cool. But yeah, like with all 12 races, then you like keep running into each other, you get the boost. It's so good. It's such a good idea to have. anti-gravity. So yeah, I'm bringing the best tracks. I can't really post in my Mario Kart Discord, man, and get absolutely murdered for my takes. Oh, GBA Cheeseland and GBA Rhythm Road. No, I'm covering both of these now. The last retro tracks we got here. These are phenomenal remakes. GBA. It's like, this is what made me realize. Oh, oh my goodness, like the GBA love 8 has given. It's great. Like, these feel completely different, and it's really good. They stick with the themes. Unique stuff. Like there's so much going on with them. They got the whole glider sections, like a really cool glider shortcut in the cheese hand one. There's 2 glider stuff. There's even like a change hop obstacle. There's like these old cheese holes in the ground that like you can trick off of, and it's like another glider shortcut. There's so much. There's even one where you go like under this weird like cheese bridge thing as like another shortcut. A lot of turns. It's constantly engaging as anti-gravity sections. River Road is the same thing. And they've like River Road's theming is even better here because they made it even more interesting because it's set in like a kid's bedroom, so it's just like a whole like place. I think this is the precursor to Mario Kart Home Circuit. Yeah, these are such incredible remakes. They hold up along this, and again, I'd say these 2 tracks in particular are the best like remakes of like the old, like the 2D Mario Kart. Like, these are definitely the best ones because they just surpass it, and it's great. They're in the best. Yeah, they're going into the best. I think they've earned that. They have really earned that for like the retro tracks to like be so different that like they've managed to surpass the original so much that I reached this level, in my opinion. Like, yeah, I think it's worthy of being there. Like Ribbon Road, and she's I think Ribbon Road I like a bit more. But yeah, they're probably equal because I love them for like what was done to both of them. Completely different tracks, don't get me wrong, but yeah, like the reason I love them both is very similar because they both do whatever they do so well. They've got great off-road stuff, great obstacles, everything about it is so good. The music remixes are great. These are the perfect 2 examples of how to do a good retro track. They're perfect. They are perfect remakes. So yeah, I'm happy to put them in the best tier. Now we got Wildwood, and get right up to the best because this is another great new one. I love the theming, being in the woods, like this weird like little like toad, like fucking Ewok village. It's really cool. The layout's great. I just love hearing about this track. The music's good. It even does like the rushing water thing where you go in a section and there's like a lot of sharp turns. There's like a glide ramp before, and there's even like a split path there. One, it's quicker, but it's like thinner, and I like it whenever the tracks do that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll probably put it above Dove Shows an Extra Dome. Yeah, there's just a lot, and there's a lot of there's like one really good like ramp shortcut, off road. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's a very good track. Speaking of good tracks, well, both of these are good, but Animal Crossing does something really unique, and I don't think it quite reaches the best. But I appreciate it a lot more now that I've like owned an Animal Crossing game. This is based on like New Leaf, so I have New Horizons. So that's kind of a bit odd, but yeah, there's so much to like here. The coins were replaced with bells. It has like 4 different themes for different seasons. The tracks stay the same. They just have like little like quirks. But like obviously visually they feel completely different. And it's so clever. And I didn't even realize so lately you can like hold down like a certain bumper to get a certain season. That is so cool. That is so creative. The music is different for each one. There's 4 different songs for this track, which is incredible, including like all the different variants, like being in lap 3, the fast version. That's really cool. There's like a lot here. Like fruit can fall from the trees, like apples, and like that will act as like a mushroom when you touch it, which is really cool. There's like a lot of off-road potential with the with like a mushroom shortcuts, and obviously the apples falling helps with that. It's a nice little treat, and you get like this glider thing that teaches like the balloons from across them. You get gifts, and those gifts are item boxes in this, and we could land onto like this is basically like part of the village. Got some tracks, and then it even takes you to the beach. It's like perfect. Like it showcases like everything on Animal Crossing Island, which is so clever. And you even go around, you can even see the town hall, and you know it's like all the like stuff, environmental stuff. It's like it's been terraformed. Like you can tell it's like the specific thing in like Animal Crossing where you have like different layers. Like that's so clever. What the track is like the bottom level. Like that's really cool. They even like a shortcut, and like one you have to be careful. There's a rock that can block you, and if you hit it, a coin comes out. Like the rock money, like the money rocks in Animal Crossing. It's so genius. And you get like Mr. Rosé, who just fucking pops out the ground randomly. Like, yeah, that is amazing. It's a great track. It is a great track. I just don't think it has like anything like in terms of like what goes on. Well, I love the theming and everything. In terms of like everything going on, it doesn't have anything too exciting to justify being the best. But like clearly a lot of went into it. That's really cool. Also, shout out to Isabel. That's an actual good collab crossover character in the game. So yeah, I think it's actually acknowledged as like very high up here. We'll put it at the top to just show respect for all the effort that went into this one. Yeah. And finally, Super Bell's Subway. I love this one. You know, Sunshine Airport. But Subway where you like start off in like the platform and then you go down into the subway itself, and there's like a train to avoid. You can even like get onto like there's like different routes like on these high levels. If the train shows up, you can actually get on it and you can trick off the top of it. Like you just ride the train. That is so cool. There's like a lot of off-road bits, like shortcuts. Like at the end bit, like there's this fountain, and for some grass you can like cut through. It's a really nice turn right before the finish line. It's great. Yeah, everything's just great. Like the theme, the music, it's really creative. It fits the subway perfectly. Outside of it not looking like shit. For sure, Mario Universe has nice subways. Whatever. I just love it. I really like it. It's a very clever theme. Again, it's a great track, and it's perfect track to end things on. So I'll send it right to the great tier. Where's it go? About Dragon Driftway. There we are. So yeah, here we have the full list of every track, including retro remakes in the mainline series, excluding Boost Course Fast DLC. If I'm going to rank them, that'll be a separate thing. And tour tracks, because tour just keeps getting more tracks. I don't have experience playing with tour, not much at least. So yeah, let's scroll down. It's the best tier. Right tracks, like I don't know if I agree with this exact order, like I said, but I think it's a solid enough thing that reflects my opinion well enough, you know. So I'm very happy with this. Solid tracks, got the meh tracks, which actually let's talk about like the three we've got here: Excite Bike, Moo Moo, and Rain Road. I don't know. This is like definitely one of the weirder ones. Moo Moo isn't and doesn't feel like because N64 Rain Road is my least favorite. Moo Moo has like ride around and like different routes and stuff, some off-road potential. So you know what? No, Moo Moo Meadows, you can go to solid. Banshee Ball, yeah, you know, yeah, behind me, you high, and Mushroom City above DS Banshee Boardwalk. There we are. Now, Excite Bike, I still think deserves solid. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Should we put it at the top of the meh tier, you know? yeah, we'll go with that. There's the rest of the meh tracks. Then we got the bad tracks, and then we have the worst tracks. So yeah, we figured it out. Choco Island 1's the worst track, and the best is Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road. That's what we've learned in this series, everyone. And here is the full list downloaded in all its glory. I'm happy with this. Like I said again, the specific order I'm probably always going to be conflicted about. But yeah, I'm happy with this, and I think I've done justice covering every track. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this series. Goodbye.